And welcome to season 2, technically season 2 of the M&M Cup Series on iRacing. It's the same as the stop motions M&M Cup Series, just with different outcomes, different tracks, and technically different cars, because season 2 takes place in 2015 when these cars are actually from 2019. And this is the pre-race for the Daytona 500. And so even though this is after the outcome of the race. So here is your starting lineup. On pole, Martin Truex Jr. with a 46.914 in qualifying. And then Brian Vickers gets second with a 46.916. Josh Wise and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in row 2. Jeff Gordon and Kyle Busch in row 3. Chase Elliott and Cooper Bryant in row 4. Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards round out your top 10. Greg Biffle and Matt Kenseth in row 6. AJ Allmendinger and David Reagan in row 7. Ryan Newman and Colton Bryant in row 8. One driver that was not technically in the M&M Cup Series Season 2, but I just added for the fun of it, Blake Garcia, who is the M&M Cup Series guy, MMCS, and Cash Bryant in row 9. Paul Menard and Kurt Busch round out the top 20 in row 10. Justin Allgaier and Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin and Jimmy Johnson, Trevor Bayne and Kevin Harvick, Casey Mears and Coco Garcia, Marcos Amars and Austin Dillon round out the top 30 in row 15. Alex Bowman and J.J. Yaley, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and David Gillen, Danica Patrick and Casey Kane, Clint Boyer and Kyle Larson, and rounding out the field, the real-life Daytona 2015 Daytona 500 winner Joey Logano with a 46.991 is last on the grid. Now, one driver that was not in the season opener but will show up in race 2 is Jamie McMurray, as I had forgotten to add Jamie into the roster. And so Jamie McMurray was not able to race in the Daytona. Now, here is, as you can see, Jamie McMurray gets added. The schedule of events now. Races a lot for some reason. I don't know if this was on purpose. A lot of, almost all of them were 10 laps. And so your schedule goes like this, as a lot of the tracks are not on iRacing because they're fictional tracks. This is how I had adjusted the schedule. Well, the season opener is at Daytona. Then they go to Richmond, Iowa, Atlanta, and Phoenix with the open dog leg. That's key thing. Then they go to Kansas, Sonoma on the shorter course, so not the carousel course. Bristol, Chicagoland, and race 10 is at Phoenix without the dog leg open. Race 11 is in Charlotte. Race 12 is in Daytona. Race 13, which I believe is when he starts playoffs, there is no playoffs in this. Race 13 is in Richmond. Race 14 is at the IRP. Race 15 is at the Sonoma long version, so it's with carousel. Race 16, Dover. Race 17, Charlotte, which I have as the longest race because, come on, it's like the Coca-Cola 600. So because it's the Memorial Day race, and so I got it at 15 laps. Then got Las Vegas, race 18, North Wilkesboro, race 19, Bristol, race 20, Gateway, race 21, Rockingham, race 22, and the finale, race 23, is the second longest race at 12 laps at Homestead. So it'll be the forecasted weather all the races are set. I will probably have to adjust this. You know what? We'll just adjust even because it's pre-race. We're adjusting some of the race times because they're all set for May 15th, 2024 at noon. But some of these races will just different. So we got the first Richmond race will be set at 7 p.m. 6 p.m. No, 7. Yeah, 7. So that's a day to night race. Same with the Iowa race. We'll set that at 7. And Chicagoland set at 6 p.m. So not gonna go under the lights. IRP set at 8, so it's all under the lights, practice and everything. The second Bristol race is a night race. Full night race. And Charlotte and Homestead, those are the last two that I'll have to adjust. Oh, and the second Daytona race. As I got another race going on right now that I can just reset because it's AIs technically. So that's at 7 and this Daytona. So yeah, 2 Charlotte races. Wait. Shoot. Okay, that's not long. Okay, so that is pre-race in Daytona. Stay tuned for the race.